they were very vanilla, for Bitcoin, and that got completely denied. Tomorrow is a little bit more of a risky ETF, but as I said, probably not going to get approved. So what I would Good morning and welcome to Breakfast with Ignite. And today it is breakfast time still. So we are going to have a nice little chat. We have some great news, lots of updates coming, and they're actually coming. Some of them are online already. So Damon's going to talk about them. We're going to discuss some of the updates, and then we're going to talk about the exciting news of the week, Bitcoin ETFs, what they mean for you. Should you be scared or should you be happy? And we're going to discuss the 4 different ones that are pending. So it's over to Damon.
Hey guys, nice to see you again. Although obviously I can't see you, you can see me, but welcome. Chris mentioned we had a big platform update this week. It's one I've spoken about a couple of times over the past few weeks, hinted at delays because of complexities with how this update interacts with other modules in the platform. But it's here and it's live now on the beta platform, which is the ratings engine. And in order to make the ratings engine work the way we wanted it to, we've had to tweak the reputation engine as well. So there's a fresh version of the reputation engine in there. It's all going awesome. So what that means is if you are a beta tester, and if you're not, why not? But if you are a beta tester and you log onto the beta platform now, your screen will have changed a little bit. So you'll see, again, the front end changes aren't like wow, but from a back end point of view, this is now very, very, very close to a public release product. There's a few extra things we're going to be adding in. Again, actually this week, we've got a second update coming this week that I'll chat to you about very, very quickly in a minute. But first, I would like to show you what the visibly new features are from the user's point of view. So we'll dive into my trusty Surface, and we'll dive into, this is actually our internal test platform. You'll probably be able to tell this from all the high quality submissions we've got going on. But what this is, what this does show you is that we have now ratings generating, and we have this new button mysteriously called Sway. So what is Sway? So if you've watched my back to school video where we discussed the role of influence within the platform, Sway basically is influence. There's 2 reasons why we're using the word sway. One reason is sway is a much cooler word than influence. And the other reason is because Florian said to me, influence is a really long word and it's very difficult to fit on a mobile screen. So there we go. We now have Sway. I like Sway. I think Sway's cool. I think it's got a little brand little ring to it. So you now have...
What's your Sway?
Exactly. So
it sounds better than what's your influence.
So let's look at Sway. So here I'm on the, again, this is our dummy test data platform. I'm on the Ignite ratings page. You can see that my Sway for Ignite ratings is 10.51%. Now what that means to you in real terms is that my influence on the Ignite ratings rating, as it currently sits within our test platform, is 10.5%, 10.51 actually. You will see this change on a daily basis for the reasons that I've discussed in the back to school video, which is the decay of influence over time. You may see it not necessarily go down, it might go up, because influence decays, but is also calculated as a multiple of your reputation, or actually it's a percentage of your reputation. So if your reputation is increasing globally across the platform, which it can do, then actually you might find your influence increasing. But anyway, this number here is a dynamic number. It changes in real time. In fact, I think the intention is for it to change in real time. I think at the minute it's refreshing about once a minute, but it's close enough. And that's what that is. So all this lovely content that you're submitting, once we hit our critical mass, because people have asked this question, what's the critical mass? Is it 50% of the users? Is it a minimum number of users? When the system is live, the way ratings will be generated is based on the amount of, again, it's this idea of reputation being almost an on-platform currency. So it's the amount of reputation that exists within the system. A predetermined percentage of that will be the critical mass point. So as at the point in time that a rating has been, or rather an asset has been rated by users with enough combined reputation to pass that critical mass point, the rating will be generated. So you can see that this could be a handful of very, very, very highly reputable users, or it could be several hundred slightly lower reputation users, but there'll be a critical mass point that's reached, and that's when the rating is generated. For our testing purposes, so it's this number up here currently, for our testing purposes, On this particular platform I'm looking at, which is our internal test platform, we've removed that limit. On the beta platform, we're actually not applying that logic just yet. We're having a minimum number of users instead, because we've got a controlled number of users on that platform. We've got a control set, so we know what critical mass roughly should be. So that's cool. Now, what will happen eventually, and what isn't live yet, is that this sway button that I pointed at before, here, I'll highlight it again, that will be a button. Right now it isn't. Right now it's just an indicator of what your influence is on the platform. But you will be able to hit that button going forward, and you'll get a breakdown of how that is calculated at this level, at the asset level. You'll have a similar button available to you in your dashboard, which will look at your reputation globally, and you'll be able to actually go back through time, effectively looking at how your reputation has been affected, on what assets, within which categories, why, not by whom, because we know Ignite Ratings is anonymous, but you'll be able to see very, 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 very transparently what the interactions with your ratings, with your reputation have been, and how you've lost and gained reputation. The idea being, of course, over time, you'll be able to figure out which categories you're scoring best in. And where most of your reputation is generated, you'll be able to figure out things that you say that maybe aren't so popular with people, and you maybe refrain from. Could be a linguistic thing, could be people don't like the language you're using. But anyway, all of this is about learning. It's about, as the system grows, as we get more users, as we get more content, it will become smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter, and the results will be even more accurate. So that's what we do. And
it's actually really a lot more than just a Google spreadsheet, isn't it?
It is. We've said it before, and we'll say it again. It's not. It never was going to be a Google.
I mean, form. It's amazing. You know, it's like it's so much more than just a Facebook Messenger.
No, it is. It is. So the other changes you'll see if you're logging into the beta is over here on the left hand side. You'll see our the star rating that's been generated, and you'll also see the 24-hour change as we've got for Ignite here. That's actually a little bug. Certainly on our internal platform anyway. It might be fixed already, because that should be up there where this one is. But yeah, you'll see all of that, which is great. What we haven't got again at the minute, but very soon, future release, maybe before the public beta, is the ability to click on the actual star rating and see how that rating is split up between the different categories, etc. And also, as you switch between the categories, there'll be separate category ratings as well. It's not in right this second. It's very easy to do, because obviously we're collecting that data, so it's very easy to do. It's a case of Florian and I sitting down and getting the designs right and getting the devs to build it for us. But the engine is more important right now. The actual tech is more important, so we've got that live, and it's very, very cool. So this update today, I'm going to put this down now. This update today includes a couple of other bug fixes as well. So there's some quite nice little UX things in there that people might not notice immediately, but have definitely been asked for, such as the platform's now fully clickable. So previously people were trying to click on asset names and it wasn't doing anything, stuff like that. Everything's now linked up. That'll all work. So to use the platform should feel much more intuitive. Now, the other really nice thing is that our devs, and I've said to them, are you sure I can say this? Are you sure I can promise this? And they said, yes, you can. I promised that there will be a second update this week. So the reason they've done this, it's 2 different updates. I think I explained to people last week, is that the ratings engine was so complicated, it was permeating its way into all the other features they were trying to tweak, and things were getting messy, so they've separated it out, and it was the right thing to do. But later this week, so hopefully Thursday or Friday, you'll have another update, which is pretty much just a feature update. It's all UX stuff, so you'll have multiple wallets, I believe, should be going online, so you'll be able to remove your existing wallet, add in new wallets, etc. Again, I know that was promised a couple of weeks back, but I explained why that was being put on the back burner. It's coming now, it's coming this week. We are having changes to the commenting, I think should be going live this week, hopefully, so we're having extra layers added into the commenting. Also, to go hand in hand with the ratings engine integration, we should have some logic now attached to the comment layer, thumbs up, thumbs down, which I explained again in the back to school video, whereby the reputational sentiment on that layer determines whether or not a review should be taken into account for the purposes of determining the influence of a rating on an asset. All very complicated. Appreciate this. We'll go through. Again, we'll do another video whereby we're going through this on screen, and you can actually see how these things work. And I will explain to you step by step what every single interaction with the platform means, what it does, etc. We'll be doing that in the next week or two, hopefully. I believe there were 1 or 2 other nice little UX updates in the second update for this week. I can't off the top of my head remember what they are now, but you'll like them, you'll notice them. Oh, news. I think the news feature is going live this week. I think I'm right in saying. So they're things that people will notice. Logging onto the platform, it will start to feel, oh, that's new. I didn't notice that before. Oh, I can click this now, and I couldn't click that before. And now you'll start to see it coming alive. The other important thing to mention, sorry, I know this was meant to be quick, but it's a big update this week. The only other important thing to mention is that there will be a data wipe on the beta platform. The reason we're doing this is because, well, for two reasons. One, it is a bit of a mess because people have been throwing in test comments and blah, 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 which is fine because that's what we wanted you to do. We wanted you to just test the functionality. You didn't have to be submitting quality content at this stage. The second reason is mainly now because the reputation engine is now live, there's different routines and subroutines that it introduces that weren't there before, and to try and fit the old data into that is a development nightmare, so we're not going to do that. We're going to wipe the data instead. Everyone starts with zero reputation. That'll probably happen at some point today or tomorrow. But now your reputation counts. So any reputation you generate from here on in, you will go into the public beta with. So our closed beta testers have got a real opportunity now to get a head start. Yeah. Get a head start. So I would ask you to bear that in mind when you're using the platform as a beta tester. So just start using it now as if it's the live platform. Obviously, bug reports, etc. Yeah, please still continue to file those, but maybe refrain from the little FG, HHH, SS, FFD type test postings. I think we've done enough of that now. I think we're happy that the commenting function is all working as it should. But yeah, just use it as you would. So yeah, there you go. That was Damon's very, very, very short, probably 10-minute update on the platform. Ratings engine's live. Some UX features coming this week. It's really, really awesome, and the public beta is just around the corner.
It's all happening.
I'm going to stop talking.
It's all happening.
I'm going to stop talking.
No, this is a big thing.
This is what it's all about.
But this is why we're here. You know,
exactly what
we're
it's all
not
about.
necessarily here to talk about Bitcoin news, are we? We're here to build a platform. So it's going really well. I mean, it's super impressive. So it's nice to be able to share it with you, and for even more importantly, for us to start to do what we're meant to be doing with it, and getting some live ratings going, making some investments in the index, starting to get some positive earnings from the platform, and hopefully being able to beat the market using the Hive mind as a collaborative trading team, rather than everyone off in their own little place listening to Bitcoin signals or whatever. Yeah. So very exciting. And of course, there will be more public-facing features on our website to attract the new users to this, new bees to the hive. So we're hoping that this is just the start. Okay, so all the news, what's happening? It's a big week for crypto, big week for Bitcoin specifically. So tomorrow we have ProShares. What is ProShares ETF? ProShares ETF is by far the most risky Bitcoin ETF because it's based on Bitcoin.
Hello, guys, and you will discover quickly that I am filming again now. The reality is that yesterday I talked about Bitcoin ETFs and what the likelihood of them getting approved were. In summary, I said that probably the first one wouldn't get approved and the following three wouldn't get approved, and then the last one had a chance. Well, I was wrong. They all got denied, canceled, not happening. So my prediction originally was that the market would fare very badly with this news, but it seems like it's been priced into the Bitcoin rate already. So the market is holding, which for me is very encouraging. Means that we've more or less found the bottom. So hopefully that is the case, but who knows? It's crypto, and we should be able to have that uncertainty out of the market and allow us to Bitcoin in general to start to find its footing again. So that's pretty much what I have to say, and we're just going to tie this into the video and have a good day.
Come on.
Anywho, I think that's enough. I think that's enough from us for this week.
Yeah,
I say we will be doing little instructional video, another little back to school video on the platform itself to show you guys how the reputation engine's working, etc. The ratings engine. Florian and I will be doing that in the next week or so. But other than that, I think, usual stuff. If you're not a beta tester yet, sign up. We are still accepting beta testers. Basically, at this stage, if you are an Ignite holder of any amount of Ignite, you can apply to be a beta tester. No problems with that. We're so close to public beta that, all are welcome, basically. So sign up. The link's below. Do all of that stuff. All the usual YouTube necessities. Subscribe, like, tell your friends. All of it. You guys know it. As always, any questions, any comments, anything you want to discuss publicly, we have comment boxes below. We'll help. We can address some of your comments within those boxes, or we can roll them forward to next week's show or the week after, or whenever it might be, and address them in this format.
Yep.
So
if you want us to cover anything, whether it be news or something about the platform or whatever, we're very open to having guests on the show.
We may have some interesting guests in the next week.
We do have an interesting guest coming next week.
Hopefully.
We do. That's confirmed. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have next week a very interesting.
I
don't tell them everything.
There you go.
So we have a very interesting guest for next week. I'm not going to tell you who. We'll post it up before the show. A guy who has been involved in finance for a very long time, and I think probably was involved as president as one of the biggest ICOs to launch in the last year.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to have him on the show and tell us his opinion about crypto and where it's going and where he sees his role in crypto for the next future. So exciting Breakfast with Ignite next week, and have a good day.
Cheers, guys. Bye.